Hello guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. And today we will be looking into how to export a video reference, that we're going to use for animations from After Effects into a picture sequence, and then we're going to learn how to re-import those picture sequence back into Maya as a background reference that we can refer to when we animate our characters. So firstly, we have this video that it looks like this. So this is the topic that we're going to be looking after we done exporting the pictures. Alright, so firstly, we're going to drag and drop this into AE. It's alright, like you couldn't drag straight into, so we're just gonna have to create a new project just like this, and then I'm gonna be back to here and drag and drop this into the project window. Simple as that. And after that, we have to drag and drop this movie down to here. So this is the button where it creates a new composition with whatever settings you have. So you can scroll through. Alright. And after that, we need to go to here, composition, add to render queue, and click on lossless settings, and we have to switch from AVI to JPEG sequence. Okay. And next we have to choose the output folder where we want to output to. So it will be here, reference. Alright. So we're just going to put a new folder, call it a reference. Okay, next, this is the most important part. So if you export with an underscore, Maya wouldn't be able to load the picture sequence. So you have to make sure you get rid of these underscore and replace with a dot, and these will remain the same. And it doesn't matter whatever names that you give to them. So I can call it like jump reference. Okay. And click save. Alright, and click render. Okay, so after that, we can go back to this folder, and you look into reference, and there's a jump with obstacles, and look into here. So here we have that pictures. So it's all like named accordingly. So next we need to look into Maya and start creating a reference. So we go to here, create polygon, primitives, and go for plane. And because we're using it as a reference purposes, we do not need subdivisions. So we need to go to here, select these two, alright, highlight the text, middle click, and drag to the left. And next we have to set up the size of the picture, the size of this reference plate according to the resolutions in pixels of the picture. So we need to go back to here and right click and check on properties. If you go to details, and you could see that this is the dimension. So we need to maintain the ratio, so 1280 times 720. So let's go back to here, and we can set 1280 times 720. Okay, so at the moment it seems a little bit too big, so we can minus out a 0 and minus out a 0 right here. And also because of that background color, it's the same as this color, so I would like to click on Alt B, Alt plus B key, that we can switch the colors background. So if you keep clicking, then it will switch in between different colors. And after that, to load that texture into this, we have to right click and go for assign new material and click on Lambert and go to here. So the moment you click on Lambert, this will pop up, and this is called attribute editor. So you need to go to color and click on the small checker box and go to here and choose file. After you choose file, you need to go to here and click on the folder to select your reference picture. So I'm going to go to here and copy my folder path and paste onto here, and I'm going to select the first one. Okay, so the first one is .0000, okay, 50, and we click open. So you might be wondering, after you apply the texture, and how come it doesn't show? It is because it is not being called to show. So you have to click number 6 on the keyboard, and number 6 means show texture, okay, in Maya. So with that, it's being shown, so you can see like it displays correctly, and then the ratio, it's kind of correct, it is not distorted. Okay, and we can go to here, go back to here, and you look into here, you can see that there is an option that allows us to use image sequence. So if you click use image sequence, this one turns purple color, and then it will try to create a script and load and synchronize. So for example, like this is frame 1, it will load the pictures like frame 1, frame 2, 3, 4, 5, then it will synchronize all those numbers correctly according to this frames, okay, frame numbers. So if you look under here, you see that we have a total of 79 frames, and we need to scale this down, okay, to 79 frames. And if you click on this timeline and drag, you will see that pictures are running and it's playing. And after that, of course, that you can rotate this. Click E for rotate, and rotate this up. Go back to channel box and check for the degrees. So we can type in 90 degrees, and we put it back to here, and we are good to go. All right, and there's a case whereby sometimes you load the picture and it doesn't seem to fit correctly. I'm going to show you what that mistake is. So I'm going to save the file. Okay, let me save this back to here. Okay, so reference, we call it run with obstacles. We save that file and we reopen them. So this is what I'm talking about. So you have loaded, and then you turn off Maya and you reopen, and it becomes like this. Okay, so whenever the texture seems to be cut off, so there are things that you need to fix. So you need to go to UV, and we choose UV editor. And UV editor, it's a tool, like it's an editor that allows you to reorganize or rearrange your UV coordinates. And UV coordinates in Maya or in 3D application, it means texture placement. Okay, texture coordinates. So if you go to here, you click display image, you could see that this fits up into a full square. And if you turn it off, you could see that your UV is covering only half of it. All right, so you need to turn it back on and right click and choose UV and select these 2 points. Okay, if you can't really see, you can turn it off again, and you could see like this 2 points is being selected. So you need to use your move tool. So your move tool is right here. Click on move and move it up like so. Okay, so once you're done, it doesn't have to be very accurate, just as long as you could see like it's kind of fitting. That should be good enough, and it will be back for good. And you can save the file. All right, so that is how we export a video into a picture sequence and re-import back into Maya and apply as a reference, and do Maya and always Now be careful about the naming conventions. Remember, we remove the underscore, we replace with a dot, and that is a must. So if your picture doesn't load up properly, whenever you try to click on this, you know, like image sequence, and that is because you are not using a dot, you're using an underscore. Okay, that will cause us error that Maya won't be able to load. All right, that's all for now, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.